In this video, we want to find the values of x and y. We are given two simultaneous equations, x plus y is equal to 10 and xy is equal to 50. From the first equation, let's call this equation 1 and call this equation 2. From equation 1, if we make y the subject of the formula, we get y is equal to 10 minus x. Let's call this equation 3. Now I'm going to make substitution in equation 2. Since we have a new value for y, I'm going to put it here. So let's say x into 10 minus x. This is equal to 50. If I open up this bracket, I get 10x minus x squared. Now I'm transferring 50 to the left, so I'll have minus 50 is equal to 0. If I tidy this up or rearrange, I get negative x squared plus 10x minus 50 is equal to 0. I can divide or multiply through by negative 1. So that the coefficient of x squared is positive. So doing that, I get x squared minus 10x plus 50 is equal to 0. Now I have a standard quadratic equation, and from here I'm expected to have two solutions for x. To begin, I'm going to compare this to the general quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Comparing this with this gives us a is equal to 1, b is equal to negative 10, and c is equal to positive 50. Now the next thing is to actually solve for x. I'm going to use the quadratic formula x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, both divided by 2a. Now, making the substitutions, x is going to be minus 10 plus or minus the square root of b, which is minus 10 squared, minus 4 times a is 1, and c right here, which is 50. Then square root of all of that divided by 2a, which is 2 times 1. Therefore, x becomes 10 plus or minus, this will give us 100 minus, this is 4 times 1, which is 4. 4 times 50 is 200. Then divided by 2 times 1, which is 2. This implies that x is equal to 10 plus or minus 100 minus 200 is negative 100 divided by 2. So we have x is equal to 10 plus or minus negative 100 is something as saying 100 times negative 1, then divided by 2. So x is equal to 10 plus or minus. I can break this down into square root of 100 times square root of negative 1. Then both divided by 2. Giving us x is equal to 10 plus or minus square root of 100 is 10, and square root of negative 1 is going to give us I, then divided by 2. We need to separate this plus or minus sign. Or first of all, let's separate this division so that this gives us x is equal to 10 divided by 2 plus or minus 10I over 2. 2 here is 1, 2 here is 5, 2 here is 1, 2 here is 5. So we have x is equal to 5 plus or minus 5I. Since we have two solutions in one here, we need to separate them into x1 is equal to 5 plus 5I, and x2 is equal to 5 minus 5I. Now recall that equation 3 we had y is equal to 10 minus x. You can scroll back to double check. So we just need to now substitute for each of these cases to get the two corresponding values of y. So when x is 5 plus 5I, y is going to be 10 minus 5 plus 5I. So we get y is equal to 10 minus 5 here is 5, minus times plus is minus, then we get 5I. We call this y2, y1, and we do the same thing to get y2. So y2 is going to be 10 minus, this is x2, so y2 is 10 minus 5 minus 5I, which will give us y2 is equal to 10 minus 5, which is 5, minus times minus is plus 5I. Therefore, our four values for this problem, x1, y1, is equal to 5 plus 5I, comma 5 minus 5I. And then x2, comma y2 is equal to 5 minus 5I, 5 plus 5I. We'll now quickly check to confirm that these are correct. Remember, the equations were x plus y is equal to 10 and xy is equal to 50. Let's test for the first one. We'll use x1, y1 for the first check. Whichever one we use, they are symmetrical, so either one can be used to check. So we have x1, which was 5 plus 5i, plus y1, which was 5 minus 5i, is equal to 10. 5 plus 5 is 10, and then 5i minus 5i is 0, so we have 10 is equal to 10. That passed the check, and then we use the two solutions again to check for the product. 5 plus 5i times 5 minus 5i. This should give us 50. 5 here times 5 here will give us 25. 5 here times negative 5i here should give us minus 25i. Then 5 here, 5i here times this gives us 25i. Then minus times plus times minus here gives us minus. 5 times 5 is 25. And I times I is minus 1. And all of this should give us 50. Minus 25i plus 25i is 0. So we are left with 25. Minus times minus here is plus. Then we have 25 is equal to 50. Giving us 50 is equal to 50. Confirming that both solutions are correct. If you have enjoyed this video, please like and share, and remember to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.